Storytime about how my boyfriend got my best friend pregnant. So a little background information, I was around 16 or 17 at this time and I was in 11th grade. And I met my best friend who we're going to call Jasmine whenever I was 9. We met through our moms because my mom worked at a detox hospital and her mom Carol was a patient there. And Jasmine has a brother who we're going to call Zane, who's a year older than us. Well, at the start of 11th grade, I was not popular, but Jasmine was. In my art class, I had met this kid who we're going to call Warren. Warren wasn't popular at all, and he was super shy, so we hit it off. Well, fast forward, in the middle of the year, I joined the lacrosse team with Jasmine, but I was super upset because I felt like we were drifting apart. Now, Jasmine had a lot of boyfriends. Me, on the other hand, the only kid that I liked was Warren, and we started dating. But it definitely felt like Jasmine had a thing for Warren because she would flirt with him all the time. And whenever I asked her if she did, she said that I was overreacting because I was on my period. Like, okay. Fast forward to our last lacrosse game of the year, our school decided to have a sleepover, like for part 2. Part 2 about how my boyfriend got my best friend pregnant. So like I said, after the last lacrosse game, we were having a sleepover for the 11th and 12th graders. And Jasmine and Warren didn't have cars, so I drove them. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit thrown off. Because Jasmine showed up in this mini skirt and this tiny tube top. Meanwhile, it's like 55 degrees outside. Well, fast forward, I go and walk down to the bathroom and then I see Jasmine coming out of the boys' bathroom with her skirt partially unzipped. So after she walks away, I go in there and I see Warren. Of course, whenever I confronted him, he denied it. So then I asked Jasmine, and then she casually said that they had been hooking up in the bathroom. Fast forward a little bit later, I get a text from her saying, "Emergency, I think I'm pregnant." So I go to her house and she tells me that the baby's Warren's. So I smack her and then she tries to fight me, but I'm not a fighter, so I ran. Fast forward, somehow Zane and I start dating. Fast forward, the one day I'm at his house, and out of the corner of my eye, I see Jasmine running towards me, about to jump on me. So I move out of the way. She lands on her stomach. Then we see a ton of blood and she goes to the hospital and she lost the babies.
Story time on how my dad kidnapped me and my sisters while I make slime. Disclaimer, my dad tried to kidnap me, but he didn't get to. My mom and my dad's relationship was very domestic, but I guess this was during the times where my dad was mad at my mom and wanted to get back at her or whatever. Mom and dad were arguing on the phone per usual. They're arguing or whatever, and my mom hangs up the phone and she tells us to hide, and she books it out like the front door. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, my little sisters hid in the most stupidest spots ever. The youngest at the time, she was the first one to get snatched. I ain't even gonna lie to you, she's the first one to get snatched. Because she hid under like a chair or something. Like, come on girl, he can see you. And then the second oldest, why would she hide under some freaking pillow pets? Like, she literally hid in the pillow pets. I had the smartest hiding spot by far. My grandfather had this like cluttered freaking closet, and I like shoved myself in that closet, and I was literally looking at my dad pick up my sisters one by freaking one, talking about, "You're coming with me." My heart was beating. I thought he was gonna get me. I was just like, let me be quiet. My dad screamed my name, and I'm literally looking at him like pick up my sister from the pillow pets, and he's screaming my name, and I'm ignoring him because you're not gonna get me. No. After like maybe what felt like hours, but was really like 30 seconds of my dad calling my name, he just got my sisters and he just like skirted off in his car, and you could hear him. I was in that closet for like 10 minutes, and my mom, she was like, "You can come out now." And she was crying because obviously like her babies just got snatched. Like, it got me a Slurpee because obviously like I just seen some traumatic stuff go down, and they were sitting there like talking about how they were gonna get my sisters back, and I was scared because I was thinking that I was never gonna see my sisters again, y'all. My sisters was with my dad for a good month until he like gave them back, but then he kidnapped us again, and that's a different story. Number one, to the nosy people who are gonna be like, "Oh no, that's your dad." No, he did not have custody. He was not supposed to have my siblings. He wasn't even supposed to be near us. And number freaking 2, okay, he kept my siblings for 2 months, or no, I think it was like 1.5, and he used it against my mom.
Quick story time on why I'll never shoot my shot by sliding in a guy's DM ever again in life, ever. Let's get into this story, right? So this one day I was just scrolling on TikTok, like I was just scrolling, and I came across this guy. So he was on live, and you know how you can just see somebody on live on the For You page, but you don't like tap on it so that they can see that you entered their live, if that makes sense. So I paused, like I didn't go into the live, but I just paused on my For You page, just watching him talk, whatever. So he's on live and he's just like answering questions from people that are, asking him whatever. So at this point, like I'm just there like listening to, whatever it is that he was saying. Like I said, I wasn't in the live, so I don't know what questions were being asked. But like, I don't know if I was like on time, but I think a minute into watching his live, somebody had asked him if he was single, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm single, whatever." Girl, why did that like ignite a spark into my body? Like, why did I do that? I don't know why, but when he said that, I was like, oh. I also want to preface this by saying this man is a gorgeous man. Like, he is so dark skin, nice smile, nice teeth. Oh my god, he's a handsome man, Savannah. And so I clicked on his name right after he answered the question. I was like, yes, I'm single, whatever. Also did mention that he was looking to meet someone as well. As I'm scrolling on his TikTok, I see that he's into real estate and all that. I don't want to give too much details because, oh my god, TikTok is a crazy place. TikTok will literally like, anyway, so I go onto his Instagram, looking at his photos, and I'm like, oh my god, this man is so beautiful. By the way, I did not follow him on TikTok and I did not follow him on Instagram either. So I like a couple of his photos. What I do was so stupid, y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you guys. So after me liking the photos or whatever, he had posted a story and I swiped up on his story and I had sent heart eyes, right? Lame, so lame. I had sent him heart eyes on his post, and then I had went in his DM and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, that was a mistake. He like reacted to the message with a laughing emoji. He reacted to me saying, oh my god, I'm so sorry, that was a mistake. Yes, I don't know if he like picked on that, okay, yeah, this girl, like, let's be honest, because you like my photos. That's why I'm saying like I did it wrong, because I liked his photos first and then sent him like heart eyes in his DM, and then I'm gonna say it's a mistake. Like, no, it's not. Like, I've been liking your photos, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, moving forward, he didn't respond after that. It's like, I think I DM'd him and I was like, hey, I don't know why I sent this man another DM. Like, I did not learn my lesson from him not responding. I did not learn my lesson. I was like, hey, and he was like, what's up, or, you know, how you doing, or whatever. And I was like, I'm good, you know, how are you, or whatever. The conversation lasted for about 5 minutes, maybe, if that much. I was like, hey, you know, he was like, hey, what's up, how you doing, or whatever. And I was like, I'm okay, how are you? I think that was like the last thing. I think I'd asked him something else, and this man never responded. This time again, he did post on his story, didn't respond. I'm like, okay, I really have no game. Either I have no game or this man just simply wasn't interested in me. And you know, that's okay, absolutely fine. You know, if that man was not interested in me, he is well within his rights to not be interested in me. I'm not trying to be, you know, like, okay, you know, he shouldn't. No, he is well within his rights to not be interested, like literally well within his rights. It's absolutely fine. I'm just saying, I will never ever in my life shoot my shot to nobody in my life. Like, I would never slide into no one's DMs. I mean, I could compliment somebody and I'll be fine, but you would never know that I have some sort of interest in you, because it'll just never happen.